It's the long-term plan, isn't it, at this point, which is going to need some real thought. We've seen growing frustration from the public, of course. One resident saying that the country is prone to earthquakes. They should be protecting our neighbourhoods. You've alluded to the scope and scale of this devastation. It's clearly been enormous, but questions have been asked about whether Turkey was adequately prepared. How do you respond?
Well, as I said, we've never seen anything like this. I mean, when you have an earthquake in one or two spots, other neighboring cities or centers usually come to their aid. This time we had this earthquake in 10 major cities affecting 13.5 million people with an area of 100,000 square kilometers. So it created a lot of logistical problems on the ground. But we are dealing with the situation right now. We are providing all this help, and we are also preparing a new action plan, a new response mechanism. Will be faster, but more importantly, we will be building earthquake-resistant buildings. And our president has said that we're not going to make any discrimination between, say, lightly damaged or damaged buildings. They will all be demolished. They will all be rebuilt again, regardless of the degree of the damage. That, of course, requires work. We are planning to build the first 200,000 new earthquake-resistant houses over the next year. The work has already begun. The next couple of weeks, we'll be seeing more work being done for the people. And of course, we will be upgrading our response mechanism. It will be faster, our official agencies, NGOs, and others. But this issue of being prepared for an earthquake, of course, there is always more to do. No doubt. I mean, those who have raised these concerns have a point, and we take it, of course, very seriously. We are listening to the experts, scientists, seismologists, geotechnicians, and others, and we will be building our new cities according to the scientific criteria. There's no doubt about it. There is a political debate going on, political parties accuse each other, etc. I'm putting all that aside. What we are focusing on right now is to make sure that we provide this help, this immediate help to our people, but also we build a better future, a safer future for them in terms of their houses, cities, infrastructure.
Ibrahim Kalın, the former World Bank director, somebody outside of sort of Turkish politics, the former World Bank director for Turkey, spoke about how construction amnesties in the past were given to developers for constructing projects without the necessary safety requirements. And she said, and I quote, they just go ahead and make the building. They don't follow the code. They know that at some point, some politicians, because they're financing their political parties, they'll grant them an amnesty. That is a huge problem, she said. You've just explained, where you are at and conceding that more could have been done in the past. But I want you to respond very specifically to those amnesties that were granted in the past and provide some sort of support to the argument that says this won't happen again.
Well, we have taken a number of very strict measures over the last decade, especially after we had a number of earthquakes also in the eastern part of the country, but also in Izmir a couple of years ago, in Bingöl, and in a few other places as well. They were, of course, on a much smaller scale than what we have now. So we have taken a number of measures. If you look at the codes, for example, being updated through the ministry, but also the regulations and their implementation. There is always more, as I said, to do, to protect people, to create more resistant buildings. You know that, and of course, we'll be doing that more seriously after seeing all this.
And you won't be granting amnesties in the future. Is that your point?
Well, if people follow these codes strictly, these regulations are implemented seriously, and of course, we are in a position to inspect those and make sure that those codes are followed. Of course, we will be in a much better position. That, of course, I don't want to, deflect the responsibility here in any way. We are in a position of responsibility, and we have to take action. No doubt, but it's also a matter of a culture of understanding and everybody, following these guidelines and regulations. I mean, individuals, constructors, private sector, municipalities, central government. Everybody, I think we are all learning really great lessons very costly, sad, but great lessons from all this. And we will certainly be following those strict regulations to make sure that we don't of course earthquakes can happen anytime, but we are prepared when that happens.